we got to talk about Meta. We got to talk about this company that offered us this beautiful stock price of $86 per share. This doesn't show it right, but intraday was down to $86 a share. The market was just, pounding the door in 2022, telling me this is opportunity pounding on your door. Buy Meta. I did buy Meta. Now I'm a dollar cost average guy, but I bought Meta. I still remember talking to Scott with Scott's Due Diligence, the other YouTuber. And back then he's a big Meta investor. I'm a big Meta investor. And we were like, God, the world's freaking nuts. How could it price Meta this low? This is the market leading social media company, right? And the rest is history. So this one here has just been a freaking awesome stock. And this year it's delivered the goods. It has gone up 28.7. I'm an investor, got no complaints. PE ratio still is at 27.3. Next year's PE 26.3. Analysts think discount of 9.59. I'll just go ahead and show my discount at this point. It is different. And it is 36% discount on Meta stock. Whoa, very different. Why? Cash flow, profit. I think the stock's worth $1,170 per share. This Meta is one of one. No other businesses like them. Over 4 billion people each month log into a Meta application. I log into multiple. I use Facebook. I have relatives that love WhatsApp. So I have to get on WhatsApp. I have to get on Instagram because I have other relatives that love posting pictures of these little kids they have on Instagram. Well, here I am. I'm chasing my family around using Meta applications. And I'm in it for the long haul with my family. I'll be using their apps for the rest of my life, it would seem. So these guys just have a really, really, really good durable business coming up on $2 trillion market cap. Look at this growth. Big, big business, $178 billion with 19% growth. They are doing some exciting things. What is become really exciting are these, as silly as it sounds, the Meta AI glasses are pretty darn cool. And they're beginning to have more use cases for those glasses. They're growing at 19% on $178 billion business. So you're growing nearly $40 billion in top line revenue each year. That's phenomenal. What is also phenomenal is 82% gross margins, free cash flow of $50 billion while they're just pouring money into the data center, trying to be an AI company. They're still able to produce 39% profit margins with 28% free cash flow yields. Phenomenal. That's why we want businesses like this. They can deliver awesome performance on a cash flow and profit basis while investing in these big ideas like AI, their AI glasses. It's just a really, really special business. One of one. Some analysts are with me above $1,000 price target. Some analysts are like, well, it's a little expensive. $600 a share. And look at their growth. They're going to be a $300 billion revenue company in 2028, growing in the teens for a while, expanding their profits. And I think if the AI universe becomes this big business, I think Meta is going to be one of the few businesses that's really going to capitalize on that. So not only am I getting an appreciating investment based on fundamentals, but I've got a front row ticket to what the AI universe is going to deliver from a business perspective. I think AI is going to have a very desirable, enviable position to enter the AI paradigm with its business because it has over 4 billion people logging into Meta. so they can introduce a Meta app, Meta AI app to 4 billion people. Huge competitive advantage. Who else? There's only a couple companies that could rival that. Google Alphabet being another, maybe Amazon being another. After that, the list kind of really shrinks. Not a lot of other people have the kind of exposure that this business has. What do you think of Meta, Daryl?
Well, they haven't done much since February, except for a lot of volatility. They're trading about where they were at their February highs. They did drop below that in the last month or so, but today they're trading above their 50-day and their 20-day, which were declining. The 20-day is turning around this morning. The 50-day probably going to take another day or two for it to start turning around. The RSI is in positive territory at 59. We had a bullish crossover in bearish territory on the 17th of October. The accumulation distribution is slightly higher. Let me go to February. It's lower than it was in February, higher than it was in December. So it's kind of holding its own. The money flow is in positive territory. We are starting to see strength build as we move into earnings, so it'll be very interesting to watch this one when they report later this week.
Yeah, we will definitely see what they have to. I of the earnings that we are expecting, the one that I think could be the most optimistic is going to be Meta. I think and Meta doesn't have a history of being overly optimistic on earnings. They won't be like, pom poms out and everything. Just when they put out the numbers on their platforms, the market's just going to realize, man, these guys are so ahead of everybody else in engagement of human beings on Earth. They have, if you measure, 50-50, right? There's 7 point something billion people on Earth. Over 4 billion of them are touching a Meta app. That's incredible. It's like, wow, yeah, that's a lot. So I think that one can really impress. And I think the market knows they've been spending like drunken sailors, not to say anything just demeaning about sailors, on AI. So we'll see where they announce. It'll be really interesting to see. All right. Moving along. And one last comment on Meta. Benton, 3524. Sold Meta this summer. Rang the cash register and owns it through an ETF. Thank you, sir.